Hi, and welcome along to DR Sports. We're back here for another roundtable talk. The Avengers assembled, as Fuad said before, right? We got Fuad here, Tottenham fan, stoppage time. We got Parisian London here, massive PSG fan, United views, very own, big Man United honcho here, Flex, Drifty. No. I had to get it in, you know. Well, no, big up Drifty. Listen, the double winners, Liverpool fan, and of course we got Lewis over there. Well, you didn't win nothing this year, innit?
Club World Cup, World Champion.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. The friendlies.
No, that's a good friendlies exhibition.
But you know what, right? With all that, I can't talk as an Arsenal fan right now, but we're into that period of the year where it's the transfer window, the transfer season. I've just got a simple question for everyone around this table, and you represent some big clubs, most of you.
The cigar,
leave my cigars alone. Leave my cigars alone. Yeah, actually, it's champion. I'm the odd one out here. I'm the odd one out. But what do your clubs need? What do your clubs need to, challenge next year, to do well in the Champions League, to do well in the league? What do you need? I'll come back to you because you got everything already, but you still need because and I also want to be interested to see what do you think the target should be for next season as well, being realistic as well. So, actually, no, I'm not going to start with you, Lewis. I'm going to start with you. Man United. Rangnick's gone, by the way, isn't he?
Crazy.
So he was going to be the guy sort of deciding on who was going to get bought and things like that.
Is that a 10
His consultancy role.
I think so. I think a little bit of both. I think it was a chance to.
Yeah.
What do
you need? Who needs to go and what do you need?
Listen. I don't even really want to take up the whole round table. I've had my fun in another video. Now it's time to get back to reality. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
We need a lot. We need a minimum of 5 players, minimum, that realistically within a window. I think it'll probably be 4, but if I could...
Who's going? Lingard's going.
Lingard, Pogba, Matic is gone. You're looking Matic's gone already. You're looking at Martial, probably going to be out the door. You're looking at Eric Bailly. You're looking at Dean Henderson, that's 6. You're looking at
Danny Van de Beek.
Mata, what's going on there? He's going to get an extra. Cavani's already gone, so that's 8. And there could even be more.
And then, of course, Greenwood's still out of the picture.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka potentially going to get sold, rightly so. So look, that's why when Rangnick was at the helm, he was saying it could be up to 10 players. Do you know what I mean? But you can't do that all in one window. We need a new centre half. We need a new right back. We must get 2 midfielders. Pogba's going to leave, and we still need a defensive midfielder that we've always needed. So that's why Frankie de Jong is tipped. That's why, obviously, Van der Beek coming back is almost going to be like a new signing. That's under Ten Hag as well. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out. And we need another forward. Ronaldo can't do it all by himself. He is going to stay another year.
Who are you thinking of as a forward?
There's been a lot of rumours about Darwin Núñez. Obviously, young Uruguayan, highly tipped, baller.
Played brilliantly against Liverpool in the Champions League.
He did. Is he it? Is he it right now for Man United? I don't know. You can get on the football Twitter hype of this is the next best thing and this is what you need.
I want him at Lukaku.
But he's not polished. That's what I'm saying. He's not polished. He's very direct. He's aggressive. He works. He's a decent finisher. But you can't just look at that and think that's what it's going to be. I think the biggest thing is that we need to find a striker that fits the profile. And Kunku's been linked as well. Again, can play across the front 3. It depends what Eric. It depends what Eric Ten Hag wants and how he wants to take this team forward and at what rate he wants to take this team forward. Because if you've got Ronaldo there, for me, it's all good saying Ronaldo doesn't need to be the main guy anymore and he needs help. But if Ronaldo stays, he starts the majority of the games, and whoever you bring in needs to understand that this is a bedding in season for them, playing second fiddle. Maybe we might not play the Europa League games, maybe might not play the Carabao Cup games or whatever. But we need a hell of a lot, but we need to move players out. Ten Hag needs to get a system and a philosophy and an ethos and stamp that down straight away. and players need to be brought in. But it's going to be a hell of a long process. For
Lewis, you need quite a lot as well, don't you? Because you've got players leaving, like Rudiger's leaving, Christensen's leaving, you know, a lot of defenders. You know, there's rumours about Kante could go. I see him linked with Man United. What do you need? Who's going and what do you need?
A lot, literally a lot of work done. Like I've already said for next season, it's more about closing the gap to Liverpool and City because we didn't do that last season. I don't see us in the title challenge, but we've got way too much work. And I think it's like we've spoken on past streams about our hire and fire mentality. And because of that, we've got so many different players that suit so many different styles of play. We don't really have a cohesive team. So there's a massive overhaul that's needed throughout the squad. Now, we already got a lot of centre-backs going. One or both of Kante and Jorginho is likely to leave. I've already said I'd sell off the entire attack if I could, and we're unlikely to go for that because we need
the entire attack.
Even Lukaku.
If we could. Obviously, in FIFA career mode, so we can't.
Lukaku, £100 million.
See, this is the thing. I keep saying, like, our best way of getting more output is getting more out of Lukaku, but we just don't do it. And we only tried once his confidence was drained. So if we're not going to do that, we might as well just sell him. But our best outlet of scoring goals is to just find a way to get the best out of Lukaku because he is by far and away our best finisher. Everyone else, they just miss chances for fun. And Lukaku has done that, but a lot more of that has been since his confidence has dropped. And it was self-inflicting. That's why I do want to give him the opportunity to come back and try and fix it. But the quality is clearly there. But there's a massive overhaul that's needed in spite of that. We don't have enough creativity in attack. We don't have enough creativity in midfield. We relied heavily on the wing-backs for creativity, which is why as soon as Ben Chilwell left, our season was in the mud. Absolutely in the mud. But now, we can't even focus on that because we have to sort out our defensive issue because 3 or 4 of them are just walking out the door for free. So that's why I'm saying, for me, next season, no title charge. But that's because the overhaul that we need is so massive. It's going to take at least 1 season to at least get us in a decent position.
Can you bring Gallagher back?
Gallagher, I think Tuchel's
he's really creative. He's a quality player.
Yeah, Tuchel's already said Gallagher's coming straight into the team for next season. Potentially Armando Broja as well. And it's a good thing that we can look back to Colin as well.
Things are going to change a lot now that, you know, it's not Abramovich era no more. You know, your owners have got money. They spent a lot of money to buy the club than Tom Bowley. But it's not going to be Abramovich, innit, where he's just going to just, whatever the costs, bankroll the thing. They're probably going to have a much more sensible approach, aren't they?
Yeah, they did say, like, for the first season, there could be a good amount of money pushed into a club just because they want to make a statement. But in terms of long term, I don't expect that. But I'm kind of happy with that too because it means we'll be a bit more patient. I want Tuchel to get given a good few years to build the squad that he wants to build because look at Klopp, for example. Got given 2, 3, 4 years, built a brilliant Liverpool side. Same with Pep Guardiola. Got given 2, 3 years, built a brilliant City side. This isn't Tuchel's team. Tuchel hasn't been given a single player that he specifically demanded. He wanted a striker. Lukaku was 4th choice and we got him. But that was at the end and he came without pre-season. Sal was on loan. No one really asked for Sal. We were willing to take him, see what he was like, and was just there for a season. It was basically a vacation. Give him 2 or 3 seasons, let him build a team in his image. We'll be up there with Liverpool and City, but it's not coming soon.
What about Tottenham? I mean, exciting times for you guys. You're in the top 4. You've got Conte. He demanded a lot when he came in. He's got it. And there's talk that he's going to get a big amount of money to spend 150 million.
First time in my life I've seen Levy put money in his own pocket. No, seriously. 150 million pounds that he said basically this is Conte's to play with on top of what we sell from players and make back from that and the Champions League money that comes in. So it's really the first time we're giving the manager the keys.
Is that all in transfers or is that like across improving Tottenham as a whole? Like
that's all in transfers.
So it's actually transfer money.
Transfer money in the sense of.
So what do you need then? What do you think?
For me, I think we've shown this. Especially since Conte is coming in, he's given us a structure and an identity. I feel like I think the front 3 have been the highest scoring, I think, in 2022. So that attack doesn't need solving. It's behind that for me what needs work. We need creativity in midfield. We need another centre back. I think Dyer and Romero look like 2 pieces that we can build around. That 3rd piece there, that left centre back, we need to get. And the wing backs have been our biggest weakness. I think in any system where you play the 3 or the 5. Your wing-backs are so key. Nowadays, they're pretty much your creative outlets. We've had Emerson Royale and Doherty and Sessegnon and Reguilon. I'm sorry, that's been the biggest disappointment for the past 2 years. Emerson was 30 million as well. If we can get new wing-backs solve that centre-back position and create midfielder. I think this
You
team...
think you'll bin Emerson Royal? £30 million.
I think the
wing
back end of the
he
season...
only been in a year, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he could play a squad role next year, but that would mean Doherty, he leaves. Either one or the other has to leave for me, in my opinion. If Doherty leaves, I don't mind. If Emerson leaves, I think he did well enough towards the back end of the season in some big games as well, where another team might look at it and think, do you know what, maybe we could get it for 2025.
Did you see Perisic left wing back then?
Perisic left wing back for me, that is
solid in
that
front
for
and
me
behind
is
Son.
it's a prime example of Conte saying, I want to change things now. And for me, that is a proven player at 33, international, Champions League he's won. He's a quality player. And the left wing back role, we've been crying out for that. We've had Sessegnon. He's got the end product. He's got the defensive grit about him. Perfect player for me.
Doherty, I'm surprised to hear you say he can go, because I think Conte got the
In the
Wolves
second
Doherty
half,
back.
yeah. And that's the thing
You got to
with Conte.
forget that crap one that was under Nuno.
Nah,
he's a good player,
There
man.
was a little patch that he had under Conte that people thought, he's a player.
convinced.
I've seen that was maybe 3 good games he had in 2 years.
But that's what I'm saying. Forget what happened before.
No.
Because he was good
Conte
at Wolves,
has-
right?
because
Everybody
Conte-
here, he was a brilliant player at Wolves, right?
He
As
was
a wing
good.
back.
He was a Premier League caliber player. We're talking now Champions League level. We want to push that next
different
step.
level now.
It's Doherty at best could be a squad player for us. For me, I think you've had 2
Better than
years.
Royale, bro.
I agree.
Yeah, but you're saying they're
it's
both
it's
not
the
good
picking of 2 shits, basically.
Yeah.
I don't want that. Get rid of both of them, in my opinion. Start fresh. Go get Jed Spence and go and get another right back there. So I think Mukiele at RB Leipzig for years has been linked to the Premier League.
Fair dues.
So Wilfried Singo, who's up and coming at Serie A. There's so many young right back
Spence is a
options.
baller.
Yeah. But this is the thing. We've got the money now for once. And I think Conte has shown enough in the last 6 months. Give me the keys and I can change the vision of this club. And listen, I said next year what the targets are going to be. If we can close that gap to Chelsea and them boys get a little bit closer, become a solidified top 4 again, and domestic cups. Conte's European pedigree is not great as well. I want to see us kind of progress in the later rounds, in all honesty. That would be an ideal season.
All right, Liverpool. I know best team in Europe, but you still might need. That's what you said. But you still may. I mean, what are you going to need? I mean, at the time of this video coming out, obviously we don't know what's happening with Mane. That looks like he could go. Strong rumours that he's going to leave, and that'd be a big blow because he's been such a great player, even this season again. But what do Liverpool need? You already bought Carvalho in from Fulham.
Yeah, good little player, man. It's a tough one because we've got a few positions that we have to address. As you said, I think Mane will go, unfortunately, which is, as I said, it's devastating, man. You can't even really find anyone like for like either, so it means we're going to have to change the way we play, maybe. Origi's going as well, who's a brilliant squad player who comes in and that's how we won the domestic trophy with Minamino and Origi scoring goals and winning those games for us. So we've got to look to. I think Minamino might go as well. So that means we've got to try and make the squad a bit better as well because you can't lose those players.
You don't want to go back to not having that squad depth,
Yeah,
like what you used to.
It's really strange. People who don't follow Liverpool might not know, but goal contributions, goals and assists. Minamino and Origi got 30 goal contributions between the two of them. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And people, do you know what I mean? People
Off
don't.
the bench as well.
Yeah, do you get what I'm
proper.
saying? So people look at that like Minamino. I'm sure Minamino got 11 goals and 7 assists. People will be like, "What?" But it's he actually was brilliant for us this year. So if we lose him, we can't go for this cup thing anymore because they're the type of players who do that for you. He was top goal scorer in the FA Cup and the League Cup. So that's a problem. I think it's time for Henderson to become a squad player now. I love him. He's the best captain for me, but at 32 years old now, I think we've ran him into the ground, so to speak. So he's still obviously got a lot to give, but I think he needs to become a squad player now.
Does he go into the Milner position? Where Milner kind of fell back?
Decommissioned.
No, I actually think he should be the backup to Fabinho in the 6.
Okay.
I think he plays brilliantly in that role now. It means he doesn't have to use so much energy. He was brilliant there every time he played. So now that means we need a number 8. So a Basuma Tchouaméni type player is who I think we should bring in. Apparently Tchouaméni's going to PSG, Real Madrid maybe.
We're fighting for him, actually.
Yeah, brilliant
Real
player.
Madrid
I'm so annoyed if we lose out on him because he even came to Liverpool and walked around and stuff. So if we lose him, 80 million, I don't think we can play with that, which is what they want now.
Yeah, Monaco, they want 80 now.
And we need, we need someone like Spence, at right back. There's a couple of people that we've been looking at. Ramsey from Scotland, because we have to have backup for Trent. We have to, without a doubt. So yeah, we probably, and it's gonna sound stupid because like you can't really ask for this many players, but Salah, we actually need cover for Salah as well. We don't have a natural right-sided player when Salah doesn't play.
Well, what if Mane goes? You're gonna need a striker, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you know what? Fuad's not going to lie at me for this, but...
Boo, I know what's coming.
He's going to sign another 6 years now, your guy,
They
yeah?
were saying he couldn't get in ahead of Firmino, and now you lot are doing campaigns for Kane.
No, I would have never said that. I would have never said that. Harry Kane, there were records everywhere. Harry Kane, for me, is the best striker in Europe. Like, for me, personally.
Better than Benzema.
I think Benzema's a better player.
You started again.
No.
Keep going.
Now you started it again.
World class. Remember the debate we had?
Benzema is a better player than Harry Kane. I said striker. In front of goal, Harry Kane is the most lethal striker in Europe.
Not this
in my
season.
opinion.
Not this season.
Yeah, but we can't do that, and that was only because he had a
you're only
tonic
as
time
good
at
as
the
your last
beginning.
game, is what they're saying.
Ah, come on, man. The guy's 28
in
years
his
old. He's
opinion,
been
though.
banging
Is
in
Harry
goals
Kane
for
more
how
lethal
long?
than Lewandowski in front of goal?
I don't think
That's
so.
an argument I'm willing to have. But do you know what? What I will say about
Does it in Champions
Lewandowski,
League as well, man.
what I will say about Lewandowski is there will always be that little asterisk of outside of the Bundesliga, would you've got those numbers. I love Lewandowski. He's a baller. And if you say
you take
Lewandowski,
him?
I won't argue. Oh yeah, 100%.
Harry Kane's only playing in the Prem now.
Yeah, but the Premier League is the top.
We write this Premier League thing off.
By the way, right? By the way, just before we
Premier
get
League's
to,
the
definitely be good.
I'm going to get to prison in London, but people, I think they disrespect Benzema, you know.
Yes.
It's this guy. He scored 2 hat tricks in the Champions
All
League.
I said was I
One
think
against PSG.
I didn't disrespect Benzema. All I said was that Harry Kane is a better striker. Benzema's a better
No, but he
player.
plays as a striker.
He's just
No,
saying
what
he
he's saying
prefer Harry
is
Kane in his team than
prefers Harry Kane as a
Benzema.
finisher.
Innit? You prefer Harry Kane in his team than
As an
I'll take
overall
Benzema
player,
all day long.
Fair enough.
Would you not take
not
Lewin though? Lewin says he wants out.
Look, I would take all 3 of them in a heartbeat.
You're going to say that because you know what he's
Listen, he came along. I went through this last summer, man. I'm tired of this.
I would take all 3 of them in a heartbeat.
We're trying to get
What
contract
about
renewal.
PSG?
Yes.
Do you even need anything?
Obviously, we don't need money. That's not an issue, right? In terms of budget,
We
quite
need a new
limited.
manager in it, probably.
We need a change of mentality, and it looks like it's happening because our sporting director has been sacked, and we've been waiting for this, Leonardo. We have Luis Campos that will take over, a Portuguese. We need a new gaffer. We need Poch out. Zidane, obviously, the Emir.
You don't like Poch, do you?
No.
Stuart's never liked him.
To be fair, I was a bit subjective because he's a former player, so we were quite pumped that he was joining the club and a bit emotional, etc. But objectively, he's been poor. So new gaffer, obviously Zidane is the first priority, but sounds like it's not going to happen. He needs some guarantees on the project, which I agree with him. Second in position will be Conceição from Porto. Portuguese gaffer as well, did really well with Porto, so I think he will fit the team. In the midfield, we need a player. Tchouaméni is one of the priority we have. But the problem is that the Tchouaméni situation, the negotiations were happening with Leonardo, and he left. So now that's why he's in discussion with Real Madrid. Monaco, they want 80 millions. Obviously, they're pushing for Tchouaméni to sign. Now Mbappé, they are in international duty in France with him, trying to do a little bit of lobbying.
He's doing the other side of his job, bro, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a negotiator as well now.
Exactly.
He heads up negotiations. Mbappé.
I think he's trying to do a little bit of lobbying.
He's a manager now as well.
He's not. Come on, man.
He's probably allowed to actually give the
Do you
contract.
think they gave him the keys like
He
this?
could just get him to sign it.
When he signs the
Bollocks,
contract, Mbappé sat next to him, innit? Like, you know the pictures.
No.
Got his arm around him. So
That's true when you say this now he's the center of the project, which I think is fair. He should have been the center of the project beforehand, because as you can see, assembling the Avengers did not work. Hollywood FC is dead, and I knew it beforehand.
What, Neymar, will he stay?
He has extended his contract until 2025. Mbappé
he's
is staying.
What,
but
Di Maria? He's leaving?
he left, he left.
Draxler?
So that's another topic. All those useless players, Luis Campos want to get rid of them. Icardi, Kurzawa, Draxler, all those guys, Herrera as well. So we need to get some money out of those
Such a
guys.
disrespectful word for something.
Because the other clubs, they would love
No,
them
man, I'm
players.
telling you, they're dead. They're dead.
I don't blame you. I hate half my
I
team
think the
too.
profile of
Cool.
players needs to change. I definitely think you need to go for
It's not
more.
really the profile of players, more the mentality, the style of play, as you rightfully
No, I
said.
mean in the profile because I feel like you always try and go for like big star names. Even like Icardi, when you try to sign him, he was a darling at Inter. I feel like you guys need to do something that you don't do often, which makes
Mm-hmm.
because Bayern do it, where domestic talent, the teams that are performing
Exactly.
better, cherry pick their talent.
True.
You guys always seem to go abroad.
True,
and I think
exactly.
Tchouameni's a
And
prime
we have
example of
quality in the
that,
French
yeah.
league as well. And
Nkunku,
everyone
you've
is
lost-
like, yes,
you mentioned
exactly.
Nkunku earlier, he's a youth product.
100%,
Like Moussa Diaby, he's a youth product.
Exactly.
But you've let them blossom elsewhere.
I know
outside-
Kingsley Coman as well scored the
All of
winner
them.
against
Yeah,
us
he's already been
in the
at PSG,
Champions League
literally,
final.
hasn't he?
It's painful. I know.
Kingsley
I
Coman,
know.
Dembele,
I
Tchouameni,
know.
they would all be
Dembele
prime
is dead. We
targets.
don't want him, but yeah.
Even them, forget that, but Tchouameni
Yeah,
and Nkunku,
yeah,
I
true.
think those are the types of players you guys should be
I
targeting.
agree.
Because they would, I think, care more about the PSG project and being heroes in France more than a
Exactly.
lot of these foreign
That's
talents
what we're
would.
looking for. I
I've
agree.
heard all you
100%.
lot talking
That's
about all these
sporting
big
director, if
names.
you need, I'm
You're-
here.
you're-
I'm here,
What's
bro.
Arsenal doing?
well, Arsenal.
Arsenal
Well, Arsenal. Well, I think obviously we need a striker.
Just gave
Because
you got
we-
Nketiah.
Do you want a striker? I won't get one free.
100k.
We need.
Yeah, you got Nketiah, 100k secured his services for 5 years.
Hold on, listen. Nketiah's a lot better than a lot of the strikers you got. I'll tell you
Not
that.
better than Ronaldo.
Right? He's not better than Ronaldo, but you know he's a lot younger than Ronaldo. But Nketiah's going to stay, and I'm not against that. I think Nketiah. He came in towards the end of the season. He moaned about never really getting starts. He got starts and he scored.
Was that enough?
There's nothing. There's not.
Was that enough?
No,
Like
he's
for the longevity
he's
of
not
thing?
the main striker, but I definitely think he deserves to stay as one of 3 strikers. But we need 2 strikers. I think we've been heavily linked with Jesus from Manchester City, and I don't think that would be a bad signing. I do think he'd do.
Brilliant.
That's
I
a
do
real
think
Arsenal
he'd do
signing,
well at
yeah,
Arsenal, and I do think
He's a brilliant player. Man.
I do think if that guy plays a lot and he's the main guy, I do think we might see. I see us being linked today with a player that I'd love to get. Right, and I know what you guys think of this. Right? Richarlison, I like.
Richarlison, yeah.
I
He's
like
quality, but-
Richarlison. I know he's been linked with PSG
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
hasn't he?
He's
I think
Brazilian,
I think he's a very
I think
underrated
if
player.
he's yours, you can own him and say like.
I know he does. I know the diving and stuff like that. But he's a quality. You don't think so?
My thing is, does he become a starting option for your team? Because here's the thing: if
I
he
think
signs
he'd
for
be a
Spurs,
starter.
I look at him like, oh, you're the perfect man to be cover for our front
Yeah, but
three.
you got
Yeah,
Harry
super
Kane.
sub.
That's what
You
I'm
got Harry
saying.
Kane. But
I feel like
I think if he's at Arsenal,
Number 9, yeah,
I'd
week
play
in,
him
week
as a
out.
striker.
How many goals do you think he would get you in an Arsenal team?
I think he could. I think he could get 15 to 20 a season as the main man in a better team. I do. But anyway,
Maybe
that's
not
only a
Tottenham
rumor.
for, like, so
It's
quickly.
mainly Jesus is the one that seems to be the one that we're linked with. We as well need a defensive midfielder. We need a couple of midfielders. All right, everyone's trying to come with a little mock thing there.
Combine the 11
Deals have been given to those guys. They're squad player. Everyone knows. And I thought again,
100 bags for a squad
when you
player.
talk about squad players, I think El Nenny's a very good squad player. He came in and done very well
the
as
dirty
part
work,
of
yeah.
the squad.
Rob, it's the
We got
money.
Saliba coming back, who
Is he actually coming back this time?
He's definitely coming
And
back.
he's
That's
going to
very
stay in
good
the
for you.
He's
He said he wants
definitely
to
coming
stay
back.
in
That's very good for you.
No,
yeah.
he's definitely coming back, and
He's had a great season with Marseille.
he's been very good.
Yeah.
Got a young player of the year over there in France. But Arsenal need to bring in a lot of players. I mean, there's a lot of players. Just like you were saying, at Chelsea, same with you at United, same at Arsenal. There's so many players leaving. So many players out of contract. I estimate it ain't going to happen, but I estimate Arsenal as well need about 10 players.
Really?
The standards
Won't
are
happen.
so high now.
With the
with a
amount-
mix between the first 11 and the
With
And the
with
bench,
the
yeah.
amount of players leaving, and then we've got certain players that are quality players, but they're always injured. Guys like Tierney and
not reliable, is he,
Partey.
Tierney,
And you look at it now, and you just say to yourself, not only do we have to bring in cover for these guys, but cover has to be as good as them.
because he didn't want to trust
Because-
Tavares.
yeah,
and
you know,
Lokonga.
Do you think this summer could be one of the most crucials in Arsenal's history?
Definitely.
Because the target next
I wouldn't
season...
say history, but it's
Well,
a
you look
very
at it-
crucial transfer window for us. I think what
You've
Arsenal...
got Newcastle next season coming as well,
Yeah.
Mike.
Well, I don't know. When you say you've got Newcastle, I think every team in the Premier League
problem for-
that's
for-
outside of the top 2 has to worry about Newcastle.
100%.
Because I think in playing Newcastle when we played them at the end of the season, they were a good side. And even I saw them in a lot of games from Christmas under Eddie Howe. They're a good side, and they're going to add. And they're going to add. They've got the ability to add.
The 50%
I
of
think
the
it's
squad
like-
is going to
They've got more
change
money than
anyway.
they've got.
But I
You know what
think,
I
I
mean?
think
So
it's
even
between,
more
I
it's not
think-
going to be yet.
No,
Even
I
more
think
than
the teams
us.
between 4th and 7th are the ones, because that's where they'll infiltrate
Villa.
in phases.
Villa's
yeah.
a team that's
I
adding
agree.
quality.
It'll be Europa League
Yeah.
will be their target next
There'll
season.
be that pest
The
that won't
teams
go
who
away.
are-
Villa's got to add. West Ham will add. I mean, I think it's going to be a really interesting transfer window. Not, normally you see, you look at a couple of teams and you say they don't even need no one. It's almost as if everybody needs somebody. Even City needs some. I mean, we know they've already got Haaland. They've got Alvarez. They're going to probably. They've said they're going to add a couple more, right?
Don't know what more else
Everybody's
after that.
everybody's adding, aren't they?
Because the
Everybody.
standards are high now.
Yeah, it's gonna
City
be a
got
very
90 plus
interesting
now to
transfer.
pretend.
Yeah.
And now every other team's looking
Yeah.
at 60s, 50s, like 70s max. I think we got into early 70
Yeah.
points next
Who do you think is
season.
going to spend the most in this transfer window?
City.
Well, how much did they spend with Haaland
Not even.
already?
No, because they've got to
Do we
replace
consider
Gundogan, they've got to replace
70 million?
Fernandinho.
It'll be Chelsea or United, I think. One of us.
Yeah,
three.
you guys will
Tottenham, maybe?
I don't think so. I think we'll try and be smart. Like we're getting Perisic on a free, and we'll try and. Conte isn't always the biggest splasher as well. He'll get a few 30-year-olds in there as well.
Yeah,
We've got
definitely.
enough
He needs
price
that,
deal.
yeah.
Like, Newcastle's going to spend big money.
So if they've already spent 90.
But,
Yeah.
but
You
the
know what
thing
I
with
mean?
City is, I think it was good business in terms of the amount they got those players for.
Oh, yeah,
which
it
is
wa-
why I
it
think
was, it
overall,
was.
like they won't spend as
They
much.
always do good
Chelsea could
business.
overspend because we already got up at 100 million into defenders before we even look anywhere else.
Yeah.
United, you guys have a massive overall
Yeah,
as well.
no,
I
Yeah.
think
Probably
you
one
lot,
of us
I think
two.
you lot might be up there in regards to overcompensating for
Again.
players.
We'll be up there. We'll be up
Plus,
there.
you guys
There
are
you go.
All right, listen.
Darwin Núñez,
Listen,
90.
as we round this
Better
up,
not.
I'm going to go around the table. I'm going to ask each of you. There's a one signing you're only allowed to pick one signing that you can have this transfer window. Realistic signing that you can make. So probably someone that you've been linked to and that. And you can only take only one signing and tell me who that's going to be. Let's kick off with you, Prison London. One signing.
I'm hesitating between Zidane or Chouameni.
Not the manager.
Not the
Not the
manager,
manager.
player,
Player.
Chouameni. Chouameni from Monaco.
Is that
yeah.
the right name to pronounce it? by the way?
Chouameni, yeah.
Chouameni.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Chouameni.
Chouameni, yeah.
That's You're trying to get smart. How are you trying to get
Oh,
smart?
you said tuna melt there.
Tuna melt. I need
Chouameni,
a- yeah, where are you from? Marseille or something? You know what I mean? All right. Right, one signing.
Bastoni. I think the left centre back position, he would solve a lot
Who's he
of
play for
problems
again?
there. Inter Milan.
Inter,
Yeah, last 2 seasons come out of the academy and he's been a groundbreaker. I think Conte was the one that broke him through, so I think matched
You're
them up
already
again.
talking to him, innit?
Well, there's talks, but they're trying to haggle the fee again because they've got many moving places. They're in debt, so
Bastoni.
Bastoni would be the one for me.
For me,
Jesus.
yeah, I'll go Jesus because it's a realistic one. I think we can get it done, and I think he'd do well at Arsenal.
Yeah.
So
He's a
Jesus.
brilliant player, you know.
Yeah, Jesus.
Don't listen
Don't
to
get the love.
Man City trying to do that we didn't have a striker this season.
But they want a lot of money
That's
for
a
him.
narrative to
Yeah.
try and make
They
them.
want a lot of money from him. They want to. I think they were saying. So I saw this tweet where they said they wanted 55 million for him or something like that, and then an Arsenal fan tweeted and he said, "We asked for Jesus, not God." I like that one.
You know, in today's market, he's a
But
60
yeah,
million
55
pound player.
yeah,
Like, we have to keep it
I-
a buck.
yeah,
He
yeah,
actually
yeah.
is.
All right, flex
So many things
One.
to fix. Oh, mate.
one. This one sign is going to fix it the most.
Midfield's got to be sorted. I'm going to say Frankie de Jong. I'm going to say Frankie
Frankie
de
de
Jong.
Jong,
Yeah, I
quality.
need Timber. I need a right back. Yeah, I need a strike. I need a lot. I need a hell of a lot.
He's available.
But I just feel,
Yeah?
because Barcelona ain't got any money. And they're still in that financial ruin.
Yeah.
So I just feel
Timber from
Timber
Ajax.
massive, 100%. Really want him as well.
Yeah.
You're asking me to choose, really difficult. But I'm
So
just
Frankie
gonna
de Jong
say
from
Frankie de
Barcelona.
Jong, yeah.
Okay, good player. Drifty.
Okay.
Harry Kane.
We said realistic.
Beat my choice.
No, I think it is realistic. And a lot of people might think it's not, but Harry Kane is 28, coming up 29. He's got a big decision to make with, is it 2 years left on his contract? Is he signing a new one? or is he leaving?
He'd be tempted.
Can't he just stay as he is for another year?
Nah,
Go into the final
Levy
year.
cannot.
They
let
won't
him
let
go
him
I'm
have
going
one
into
year.
final year, B.
Would Levy-
Then 100 mil next summer, and then for free
Nah,
after that.
nah,
I don't mind letting him go
Levy-
for
Would
free.
Levy let that run though, or does he have to sign this year?
I think Levy would run it down to the
Free
last.
Especially because you got Conte. You
Bro,
got
take it.
There's
Take
so
it
much.
from
I
me,
think
bro.
with
Mane and
Conte
Salah.
being there, it's changed things a little bit.
I do
think,
agree with him. If
I
he
think
wins the
next
trophy,
season, if we
you know
do
what I mean?
really well, pen to paper,
No, no, no.
300k here you
Champions
go.
League changed it all.
100%.
Him staying is definitely more like a 75-80% chance. I'm not saying this like, oh yeah, but what I'm saying is when you're at this
test the
stage,
resolve,
when
you're saying.
you're at this stage of your career,
Yeah.
where you've got to look at the fact that Conte could be here for 2-3 years or 2-3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got to be honest, he is combustible. We don't know what's going to happen, and you got to look at this as his last contract. Because if he signs another Tottenham contract, then he's there forever.
He's locked
innit?
in, yeah.
So if Jurgen Klopp actually does talk to him, real talk, and if Liverpool say, here's 130,
Charm.
here's 140,
I
what
don't
you saying?
believe
The
that.
charm,
That's the part I don't
Challenge him
believe.
straight away.
I don't believe you will pump up 100 mil plus.
That's
for
the
Kane.
only part for me.
That's a lie.
But here's the thing. Even though you're right, at the same time, Mane going, FSG have to make a
30
statement.
mil. That's chump change.
No. I'm not saying the money we get. You can't lose Mane
Yeah.
and not make a statement.
100%.
You can't. You can't watch Haaland go to City and not
Why
make
can't
a
Liverpool?
statement.
But why can't Liverpool do that thing where they always trust in Klopp and get a Jota and get
Neto.
and then they become the next
potential,
Mane?
yeah.
Well,
that's the model.
That's why the step down from that.
They don't
would
do
be-
statement
would
signings.
be
They
in
do
Cuckoo.
progressive signings.
Sure.
That would be the step down from that because in Cuckoo's quite like for like
But
for
Kane,
Mane as
Kane
well.
for you.
And Cuckoo is quality. I
Kane,
think
brilliant
more
on that.
potential
Yeah.
than than Kane. To be fair.
No, fair.
But like I said,
your squad.
Kane has definitely got a big summer of contemplation.
I said last summer should have been the one. You lot should have said, oh, City want to get him.
but he had
pump
3
money.
years left.
But I think last summer
2
he
years
wanted
makes
out.
it-
Everything was set for him. We actually set
It's
a
on a golf
price
course with
as
Gary
well.
Neville advertising himself.
Listen, yeah. Last
Then he
summer I
didn't go
felt like
trade
it
him.
was the perfect window if any team wanted Kane. Now it just gets a little bit ugly for me.
Would Levy say no to 130? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. Not this summer. I don't think. If there's 2 years left on the deal, but
Plus
you
as
lot are
well,
not-
you got to
you
think
lot are not
about it.
fronting 130.
You got to think about it.
nah.
Even if you fronted that 130 and Kane started making sounds like he might go, what then happens to Conte if he loses Kane?
Got to walk as
Safe.
well.
He's walking as well.
He'll lose it. He'll lose
No,
it.
but you know
And
what? That
Levy
would be
can't
one-
afford to let that happen.
That would be 130
Yeah.
into the kitty that he already has. He could get a Lukaku who he knows.
Or,
He could,
or cut. Wait.
You want
Fuad.
Lukaku to replace Kane?
Fuad.
no, but
Levels of
Conte knows
brackets.
how to
Fuad.
play.
Levels
No
of
way.
brackets.
Cut the
He knows
middle.
what to do.
I know,
Cut the
but
middle, man.
Martinez.
Kane Lukaku swap deal. What are you
No!
saying? You both win.
I said the only way that swap deal would happen is if Abramovich came with him. That's it.
He could get Lautaro.
Take it.
Okay.
There's other players.
Okay, so you've gone for Harry Kane.
I hear it,
Lewis.
I would have done the Kane Lukaku swap deal, but that's not really as realistic. And you said Neymar's re-signing, isn't he?
Yes, but PSG is keen on accepting and trusting offers. So
If-
that means they're not against him leaving the club before the end of his contract.
If Bowley wanted that sort of statement signing, please, that would be beautiful. If not,
Chelsea.
potentially Dembele or Rafinha. We just need
Neymar
someone
in the
creative
Premier
in
League.
our attack. That's the number
Dembele,
one thing
Dembele
they're
is
for.
obviously gettable, isn't he? Because
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Dembele
he's
is
out of
available.
contract.
He's on a
Yeah.
free. That one's just wages.
Dembele's
Yeah.
wicked.
And they'll give you assists
He's not
from the wings.
reliable.
We just need someone who's more creative
Always
because you've got
injured.
none of that in our
so
attack.
who? One.
Dembele looks more likely, so we'll say Dembele for now.
Dembele
Rice,
from Barcelona.
Oh, God forbid. 150 for him, I'm not good. It's like you, I'd rather run that down. You can come for
quality,
free or
yeah.
half the price.
He would be brilliant. Declan Rice would be perfect for Man United.
Yeah, but not in this window when we've got 180 to spend and he's on 150.
It's ridiculous.
150.
It's 150.
They've done
He
it
can
right.
afford
They've
it.
scared everyone
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Anyway, listen, thank you very much, guys. Who do you guys, let us know your club in the comments that you follow, and then who only one you're allowed, signing, this realistic signing, this summer transfer window, who would it be? So let us know your club and the realistic signing you would like to get. Don't say, oh, I support Fulham and I want to get Messi in, because that ain't going to happen, right? Realistic, right? So please do that in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe here to DR. Subscribe to all these guys. We're going to put their link in the description as well. And like this video. And thank you very much, guys. And we'll see you again on the next one on the DR Sports.
Peace.